All right, Grand Rising Soul Siblings, it's Shay Seeking from American Aborigines Unchained here on YouTube, and the creator of the American Aborigines Unchained Facebook group. One second. So again, I've been just sitting back since it's Sunday. I've been trying to chill as much as possible and just commune with the Elohim, and I have been just looking to some of the angels, guides, and energies, okay, that have been placed here within the universe in order to assist us in this time of developing some type of balance, stability, a level of understanding sent by, again, the Most High Father, or you may say Elohim, because I like to keep the feminine aspect in things. It's just the way that um, we learn, you know. Again, I try to keep it as real as possible. I try to speak from the heart or from the spirit and try to keep things non-biased, and try to make sure that I give homage and honor to the Most High and the ancestors again. So it's a balanced thing for me. May not be how it works for everyone, but for me, it's just the way it is. So we're going to do Isaiah 46. So I noticed a couple of things again um, that I see, right, um, uh, in this realm with my mind's eye, that have struck me today. It kind of just hit me and slammed in my face, that some things that I have been seeing going on around me that maybe had, caught my attention again with other beings that are here in this realm with us. And again, sometimes I feel as though we're dealing with people, right? Friends, family, soul siblings, whoever, but we're also dealing with other energies and underlining things, that also are, uh, when you're dealing with people, you're dealing with the energies and things that are around them as well, right? So again, this is why I don't really like too much company in my house. I don't like too many things going on. Okay, somebody's knocking at the door, but I think they have keys, so one second. Okay, hopefully this is just going to be added in. So I'm reading 45 and 46 today, and you know, being somewhat of a seer in reading the scriptures. Again, some may think of it as some kind of something that's, mm, I don't know. I look at it or like witchcraft or something like that, but I look at it as more of a gift, something that has been bestowed upon me, and I look at it as something more so somewhat prophetic. Because again, it takes something to be in these days and in these times, and again, a lot of us, I don't see anything really wrong with it because a lot of us say things as if this is what's going on right now. So we're just in the times. We are the children, or we have the children that are going to be prophesying and sharing dreams and interpreting things and things of this nature. So that's kind of like what I do when I'm reading the word. Um, and so, I went over 45 and I realized that I had already done it and I didn't do 46. But again, since so many things that I've seen with my own eyes that have happened, again, that are very close, I feel it's something to the word to finish sometimes and speak certain things. Because again, we do have a lot of, I don't like using those terms like demon and devil and things like that, but a lot of negative or wicked things that are going on right now, that some of us are maybe little gods, and we're using our gifts against other people, and we think that they cannot be seen. Or we're using other things that may be wicked against others again, instead of it being about unity and each one teach one, lifting each other up. I see a lot of people again that claim to, uh, and this is just speaking in general. This is just me just speaking. Um, they know good and well what they're doing, and then they think that these things cannot be seen, even with me and some things that I do. And I like to bring that up, because we're all just human, but some of us may be, like I said, little g's, little gods, and so in order to learn how to work with each other, and not, let greed and all these other things take over, and to humble ourselves to a certain extent. I think it's important for us to talk about things in this way and in this light, because a lot of us are coming into these things and these gifts and these certain powers, and we're not realizing them. We may be misusing them again, and that's for me too. So, um, anyways, it says Bel. This is idols not comparable to God for power. So again, it's okay to be a little God, but I think that sometimes we may take this too far, and then we want to also exalt ourselves above every single one. And again, this is something that, it's a hard, touchy subject for me, being a seer, because sometimes you can sometimes you can put yourself in a certain situation, or you see so many things that you're thinking, wait a minute, right? So again, that's something that I struggle with, to not overstep. But sometimes, there's something that comes over me, a sense of knowing or remembrance, that I cannot deny, right? And so again, I'm not denying that there is a higher power than us here, but again, there's different levels to this, as well as in the heavens, different levels to this on earth when it comes to little g's, little gods, and then in the heavens. Okay, so again, it says Bel, it says Bel boweth down, Nebo stoopeth, their idols were upon the beasts and upon the cattle. Okay, your carriages were heavy loaden, apologies. They are a burden to the weary beast. Okay, so again, this is making me think of something that some idols have been put up in front of, since it says it's not comparable to God for power. This is people making it seem as though they withhold these particular powers, but it's actually something that is organic or natural to others, right? A God-given right, something that had been already ordained or bestowed upon certain people. But again, to each his own. This is just how I'm interpreting it. Okay. And so again, this is saying that this is someone that's heavy on the cattle. Okay. And they are a burden to the weary beast. Okay. So again, they stoop, they bow down together. They could not deliver the burden. Okay. But themselves are gone into captivity. Okay. And again, sometimes I feel as though, we get to a point where we do something, and we may, especially when it comes to me, I can only speak for me, I guess, all the way. I feel a heaviness when I see that I misstepped or something when it comes to the word. But again, it's best to acknowledge it still and try to correct or repent or your way, in order to, right wrongs, right? To admit it to yourself. It takes a big person to admit it, especially how I do it here, like freestyle with you guys without really rehearsing anything. We're just going off of the word, as we go. I think it's okay to be able to do that. It's kind of real in a sense. You're not trying to hide anything. It is what it is, and that's what it is. Okay. So it says, but themselves are gone into captivity. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnants of the house of Israel, which are born by me. Okay. Now, okay, let's see. Because I'm trying to see who we are actually talking to here. But okay, I guess we'll see in a second. So it says, hearken unto me, O house of Israel, and all the remnant of the house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born. Now, this says, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. For some reason, I'm getting a very feminine aspect here in this text right now. And it also made me think of things that I see on a different level that are happening to, I feel, women on this plane, but today. And it just so happens that video that I did, the war on the wombs, was taken down, and I doubt that it gave a strike, so I won't try to reload it on here. But again, I'm going to try to see if one of my children would be dear enough to help me start a Patreon or something else, so that I can put certain things on there that I cannot talk about on here. Okay. And again, I am seeking the word for truth and a connection to source, my higher self, and then connecting to source. That's what I do with the word. That's my goal, to free people's minds. Okay. So we can, see things clearly. I'm not religious. I don't go to a church. It's just never been in me. I feel like there was a different purpose for me. And I hope to, the gods that is what I'm doing. Okay. So it says, which are carried from the womb. And like I was telling you guys in that, I had a movie clip in there, and I was telling you about how I feel like there's some kind of funny business going on with women today. And this, if you really just slow down and listen to this, I mean, it's really making me think of something, even when we're talking in the sense of immaculate conception. What are we really looking at when we're seeing that occur? And is it still happening in a more modern way today? Okay, so it says, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. So this is making me think of something that is extracted from the womb. Again, at what time do we know that this occurs? Is this in the early stages, or is this after? But I just sat here and bawled my eyes out because of a sense. It made me think about women in their it made me think about women in our menstrual, and the cravings and the things that some of us go through around that time. The emotional, scientists have given us these particular reasons why these things occur, but I feel like I'm seeing something different, and it's just been put on me, and I am just going to leave it there. And again, because those who have eyes to see will see, and ears to hear will hear. Okay. Now, so it says, and even to your old age, I am he. And even to whores' hairs, I don't know, it's HOAR, will I carry you. Okay. I have made, and I will bear. So this is also making me think of some of us, okay, that may be different. chosen, you know, uh, star seeds, in this sense. And this is what I'm trying to bring to the platform, for us to be able to see. It may not go well with other forces, governing forces, possibly here, because we know that, again, there is a battle against God, or source, in the children of source, and worldly, uh, not flesh and blood, principalities and rulers, again, have reign here. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that they are actually Elohim. Okay. Okay. So it says, I have made and I will bear. Even I will carry and I will deliver you. Okay. I will deliver you. Okay. And this is, O house of Jacob, and the remnant of the house of Israel, or Israel. This is why the world, or this is why the word may treat Israel the way that they are being treated, because they are not the same. This is just what I'm thinking. To whom will ye liken me? And make me equal. See, to whom will ye liken me? This is a feminine energy here. And make me equal. And compare me. See, that we may be like, question mark. They lavish gold out of the bag, and weigh silver in the balance, and hire a goldsmith, and he maketh it a god. So to fashion something, many times I feel we're talking about to, again, make a alteration, or to fix or fill something with something, so that they can give you the perception that this is what this is. In all actuality, it is just an idol that has been formed because someone didn't think that that particular God was good enough. So they took and placed someone else in that spot. Lots of that is going on right now. Okay. I feel like sometimes it's about numbers or views, right? But when it comes to Christ or Yeshua or that energy, we're talking about something that is as small as a mustard seed, with not that many followers, or with not that many that understood what he was saying, and not that many apostles or whatnot. Okay. But they were true. That's how I like to keep this channel. It may be a low number. Okay. And I think that that has something to do with other things. Okay. Sometimes. Again, people are going to say it's the content, but again, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm just saying what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I resonate with this. I feel the text. Many of you can probably feel this too if you connect with this message on this channel. And you're going to see it for what you see it. Because again, we're all coming into this mindset, or this likeness of a mind, where we will see. So they fashion it and they make it a god. Now, this can also be talking about certain individuals and beings on this plane right now. And this is all I'm saying. Because there are those of us that are here, okay? Us little G's, okay? That know exactly who we are. But again, there has to be balance. There has to be order in the court. There are also other entities that know all of this stuff, and they are able to use different sorcery and different things in order to create or go against what is natural or what was originally ordained. Okay? They fall down, yea, they worship. Okay? They fall down, yea, they worship. They bear him upon the shoulder. Now, this could be her as well. There are hers as well. Whenever we're reading a text, I say she or he because things have been flipped, and this is the case. Okay? To look like women were not in any of these particular roles, that it was just men. We are made to think that. This is why I tell you that I am taking a non-biased approach to the word. We are doing an investigation here. We are going with what is on our soul. We're dealing with the reality of the thing. Okay? With the information now that we have that's coming again on this earth. The earth. Okay? Now, this don't mean that others cannot be telling the truth, but I'm just saying these qualities are going to be naturally ingrained because there are some things that man will not know that those of the earth will. And I'm saying the offspring as well, right? So they bear him or her upon the shoulder. They carry him or her, and they set him in his place, right? So again, this is also making me think of those of us, or I'm just saying it in a sense is making me see some people that may be exalted. Again, we know how algorithms work because we got to get back, we got to get into it now. Okay, we look at the times that we're in the technology and the things that are going on. Okay, there's a way to shun and put others to and cast others to the side and limit views, and there's a way to exalt and place others in the algorithm to lift them up, right? Okay, so again, those that are going to be lifted up, okay, depending on what type of messages we're talking about, right? We know if you're talking too much truth, they don't want you really saying nothing, and they're going to monitor what you're doing. Okay, regardless of how many followers or subscribers you have, right? And he standeth from his place. Shall he not remove? Okay, so it's saying they take him and put him in his place, and he standeth from his place. Shall he not remove? Yea, one shall cry unto him, yet can he not answer, nor save him out of his trouble. And I think this is, again, maybe talking about a haughty kind of view. Um, and it's basically saying, hey, look at this. Can he, and I've been in this situation before, right? So can he, you know, save him out of his trouble? So it's like a test, right? It's just asking a question like, is that going to happen? You know? And it says, remember this and shew yourselves, men. Okay? Remember this and shew yourselves, men. So again, why would someone say and shew yourself? Men. Not you, not people, not Jacob, not Israel, but men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. It's almost like, again, Yeshua coming in his way, and people didn't want to hear it, especially the people closest to him and around, they didn't want, I'm not saying like, his apostles or whatnot, or his, oh my goodness, I'm trying to think of the other word we can use. Okay. But those that he may have been bringing the message to, or, she. Okay. Remember the former things of old. For I am God and there is none else. I am God and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning. So again, this God would be somebody that would be declaring the end from the beginning. to say maybe what the end is going to bring from the beginning. And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done. Okay? And it says, saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. So again, this is something where I, get tripped up, because again, we're building ourselves up at the same time. We're also, being built up at the same time to do certain jobs. So it's easy to kind of get in a conflict with things when you're reading these things, and exalt yourself at times in ways that maybe we should not. And sometimes maybe you should, right? Okay. So it says here, calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executeth my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it. I will also do it. Okay. Hearken unto me, ye stout hearted, that are far from righteousness. Okay. Because again, today I was dealing with being humble, and when you see yourself in a certain light and you're dealing with these energies and you're trying to balance everything off, it is easy to maybe come off of that, but then again, to repent and come back to being humble, because regardless if you're paying homage, you feel like you're a little g and you're paying homage to a greater source or God, or Elohim. Also, some people think that they are it and that's the it and that's all. Regardless of whatever it is, we should be able to humble ourselves to a certain, we should just be able to do that. That's what makes I think, God or goddess, right? Closer to the Most High, right? Okay. And it says, I bring near righteousness, it shall not be from a, I bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. And I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and stop there because I have someone that is speaking kind of loud and I'm going to have to go in there and address it. So we're going to go ahead and stop there, and we'll do 47. And then I want to read something out of this book that I have here that's called Some Heretics of Yesterday. Okay. And I think that if I have time, we're going to go ahead and go back into the Kibra. I don't know. Yeah, Nagast. I was going to say Naga, but Nagast. So again, I want to thank you guys for listening. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to comment, comment, rate, okay, and subscribe. And again, join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained for more information like this. Okay.